Hello, hello, what is up? What is good? We have a new chapter of Boku no Hero Academia. This one is titled Off to Endeavor's Agency. Thus we're picking up on the plot point that was dropped on us right at the end of the last chapter. They're trying to figure out where to go for the work placements. Deku was sort of at a loss. Gran Torino was unavailable, as was Night Eye. That's his name, right? Night Eye? That doesn't sound quite right. And then Bakugao, who used to be under Best Jeanist, obviously can't go there because Best Jeanist is unfortunately missing in action right now. So now the three of them have decided to go to Todoroki's father's agency. The current #1 hero, Endeavor, a very rough and kind of brutal man who of course caused Todoroki all sorts of hardship during his childhood. It's been kind of interesting. We've been in the midst of this sort of long Endeavor redemption arc, and I've been quite impressed with how they're taking it, that it wasn't just sort of an overnight, I've decided to be a good father to you, son, oh ho ho ho, and then everyone gets along from then on, but that it actually has a little bit more nuance to it, a little bit more realism, that it takes some time and takes a lot of work to eventually undo and overcome the burdens you put on your children when you treat them like this. Anyways, this is a really cool cover page. This kind of red motif, I think, is really well done. So many nice little details and such. Why is everything so trash, though? What was going on here? Why aren't they cleaning up? This isn't really in line with several of their personalities. Especially this vacuum cleaner or something coming out of the ceiling. I have no idea what's going on there. And all of the ripped up things and the smashed glass on the ground. Also, there's a bottle opener on Bakugao's beanbag chair here. Does that mean he's drinking beer? Because I can't think of any colas that you need a bottle opener for. Anyways, it's New Year's Eve. They were accompanied by pro-hero escorts and allowed to visit their families for one day. Okay. Whoa. So, Midoriya is telling his mother about the Class A versus Class B arc, and when he unlocked that new power and then kind of got out of control. And he thinks this is like a cool story that will inspire her because of how powerful he's become. He really misjudges how his mother will react to this. Aw. Poor Deku mom. The letter she wrote. Hey, your dance and singing was very great. Thank you for all the fun. I had fun. Candy apple was yummy. Good luck with your quirk, Mr. Deku. Wow. So lots of problems. I think kind of an accurate representation of how kids that age often write letters, you know, the kind of the repetitiveness of it, but still, nice. He didn't have that sort of power. Aww. Mother, I felt I had to protect you. Oops, I thought this was a 2-page spread. Aww. I don't have to worry anymore. I guess it's just a little gag panel showing just how much they're crying. The water bursting out of the apartment. That's nice. It's like funny and silly and over the top. This kind of visual hyperbole I always enjoy. And yet such kind of a poetic image. Just this quiet night. Two of them at home in the house where he was born and raised. Cool, so Cementos, I guess, was the escort here. He's picking him up again. They've got a little bus going around picking up UA students, I guess. So even on the first day of the new year, on New Year's morning, I guess he's right off to work. He's going to Endeavor's agency. Okay, so now we see Hawks, who's like the triple or quadruple agent, pretending to be working as a spy in the Hero Association for the League of Villains, being in secret contact with Dabu and such, but then actually reporting the results of that fake spying and contact with the League of Villains back to people in the Hero Association. So this is, I believe, this guy was the one that was involved in the Meta Liberation Army front. He was like trying to keep people out of Dakai City during the scandal, this superhero here. And then there's some shifty looking people that I think are villains as well. Mission front, I rank higher than you, Hawks. I'm older. That's the thing again. This guy, this is maybe the first time we've ever seen his eye. He's extremely pissed off about. So I guess this guy's name is Slide and Go. He can slide around. He's got like Luigi traction. Global tracking. Every communication recorded. Live speeds of this conversation. What he's seeing. These 20 micro devices planted on Hawks. Expose the heroes. Okay, so this is interesting because if their plan is just to embed all of these cameras and recording devices and stuff on him, then they would see the parts in which he triple crosses them, right? When he goes back to the Hero Association and is like, here's what I learned from spying on the League of Villains. So if they're recording even that, could he be a quadruple agent? That in the end he actually is a villain? I don't know, I can't really see it, because they made him look so cool. It's like we're really supposed to think he's kind of badass and want to see him fight and stuff. But I don't know. If they're still eventually going to have this idea that someone in the class is a traitor, that someone in the class is leaking information to the villains, then I don't think it's any less likely or reasonable. In fact, I think it's a whole lot more likely that they would have a relatively minor character like this, someone who isn't kind of imbued with that childhood innocence, who hasn't been working alongside all of our main characters and stuff, someone who's shown up relatively lately to be an undercover villain. So I don't know, I guess it is possible. My correspondence with you guys is going to be monitored. From this point out, all communication needs to be in code. Ah, okay, alright, so this is his final message to the heroes that he made when he was out supposedly getting coffee, because he knew that they were going to be implanting all of these things into him this day. So now everyone's got to treat him very carefully and specifically so as to not let anything genuinely harmful leak, but to keep up a steady stream of misinformation to mislead the villains, and then also come up with some way to encode the actual information that he needs to get and decode the actual information that he's giving them in such a way that the villain onlookers won't clue in. That's a pretty tall order. That's a complex problem, but a very interesting problem. I hope we get to see quite a bit of this plot line. I feel like because he's kind of working with Endeavor, the number 1 and number 2, that this plot line and the work, field work plot line are going to kind of intertwine a bit. I think that would be quite interesting. And of course, talking about the high-level Nomu again, which we saw Endeavor fight with before. I think probably that will resurface as like another villain, another one of those, something like that. Huh, there he is. He's 0% fire right now. We've never seen this before, I think. What perception you're rolling for? That's such a quick 180. This is so well done. I think my only complaint is that I wish the 2 panels were the exact same size. When we look at it as a spread, okay, yeah. So you turn the page and then you see his true face. Ever since our training course, I've been thinking, you're a jerk. Told you to choose your friends wisely. Quite the impression of me back in the sports festival. Kind of scared of the guy ever since then, honestly, but he seems different now. For all training. I'd let them all bust out like them. Of course, you can't really understand why Deku is so slow on the uptake. If I had 7 other quirks manifesting inside of me, I would be whipping them out on every occasion, etc., etc. Endeavor a lot of like. I think seeing him as he is now will do you a world of good. Okay. Yes, that's right. I can still remember this. I wasn't sure what he would remember about this interaction at the sports festival. Endeavor seems like the type of person that has interactions like that a lot, where people tell him off and such. So I thought maybe at first that he had completely forgotten about Midoriya, but no, he still resents him. Shoto is not me. Don't give a crap about anyone but Shoto. I'll learn, stand back, and watch. Okay. So I don't know how it is that he sensed there was crime going on here or something. But he immediately just jumps off the side of this little walkway that they're on. Starts, tell us what we can do. Okay. But of course, they are not content to stand back and watch. They want to go in as well. They're busting out all of their equipment and such, just right here in the street. We'll just stand back and watch. Whoa. Whoa, this guy looks crazy. Some sort of insane cultist, kind of demonic overtones. The Dark Lord's lips curl into a wicked crescent. It's not too often that this series will just introduce a villainous character as like a throwaway. If they do, usually it's kind of like a more generic thing. Hey, I have a whatever quirk. I'm using it to rob a bank. This guy seems like there's a lot going on with him. You know, he's floating on bubbles like this. I suppose that's his quirk. The end is nigh. He starts firing them off all over the place, people freaking out. And then Hawks, observing this from a building. What horrible timing. So, I think this guy isn't just the one chapter convenient villain pushover that it seems like he's been slotted into the story as. I don't know if he's going to end up being involved with the Meta Liberation Army or the Supernatural Liberation Front or whatever they're called now. But I think he'll have, I don't know, maybe some greater role. I don't know. If it is just the convenient one-chapter throwaway villain for the sake of illustrating strength differentials and such, then they put good work into it, the artist. And this is a fantastic design. So I hope we see more of him, but I'll understand if we don't. Let's look forward to next week's chapter, and then we'll find out. That's all for now. Bye-bye.